locusts. I mean, they were coming in thousands. It was like, all you could see was locusts. And they were eating all the rest of the food. So they had nothing. Nothing. So then guess what? Moses went back to Pharaoh. And he said, God said. And then, obviously, Pharaoh's still like, no. And Moses, can you imagine what Moses must have been thinking? He's like, dude, what do we, come on, all this stuff is happening to your people and you're still not going to listen to God? And he's like, nope, I don't know this God. He is not the boss of me. So Moses is like, all right, man, I'm trying to warn you. Then the next plague came. Darkness. Total darkness. For 3 days. Can you guys imagine total darkness for 3 days? That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. But, so Moses went back to Pharaoh again, and he's like, God said. And Pharaoh thought about it. He was almost there. He's like, maybe, if I do, then I'll be listening to this God, all this crazy stuff's happening. And if I don't, I'm still not trusting this God. I don't know who this God is. So Moses walked away and he's like, all right, man. So there came one last really bad plague. All of the people in Egypt started dying. All of Pharaoh's kingdom, the people, they just started dying. So then Moses went back to Pharaoh again and he's like, God said. Finally, he did. But it took all of that stuff happening. Don't you guys think it would have been a lot easier if Pharaoh would have just listened to God the first time? Yeah. And sometimes, you guys, when you're out with your friends, sometimes you might have opportunities like that where a friend of yours, because, think about it for a second. Moses kind of was trying to be a friend of Pharaoh. Even though Pharaoh was bad, he was, had all the people in slavery and making them work really hard and not paying them and not giving them much food. Moses was trying to be a friend to him. He was trying to tell him, Pharaoh, if you'll just listen to God, everything's going to work out. But Pharaoh was like, no. And you guys probably have some friends out there like that, or maybe you're a friend to somebody else, and you see something that's going on that's bad, and you're trying to tell them the right thing to do. Because in Mainstreet Live, we learn about making what? That's right. And where do we go to make that wise? Where do we find the wise choices to make? Let me ask again. Where do we go to find that, to make a wise choice? Good job. Good job. It's all about finding the wise choice in the Bible. Because Pharaoh wasn't going to listen, and that should remind you guys that you got to have determination. And sometimes when things are tough, you always got to push through. You got to do the right thing, and always keep pushing through to do the right thing. Right, guys? All right. I think we do one more worship song. All right. We're going to pray first. Guys, go ahead and bow your heads. We'll pray. God, thank you for today. Thank you for the opportunity for all of us to come here together. And thank you for the ability for us to learn more about you, Lord. And I just pray that each one of us opens our hearts and minds to listen to these stories and take something away that we can apply in our lives each and every week. Lord, just help us become good people who follow you, who treat others the way we want to be treated, and who learn to listen to your voice. We love you, Lord. Amen.
All right.